Hey, welcome back to Talking to Myself. This is volume 5. To everyone who's watched the other volumes, thank you for your support and thank you for coming back again. Um, it's coming fast now. The more I think about it, the faster it comes. And I'm sitting here waiting for volume 4 to upload because I put it on my phone. And going through the phone, it's taking forever, So it's been uploading for like 5 hours. And so because of that, it isn't even up yet, I don't think. And I'm working on volume 5. But the people who feel this and they're appreciating this and they want to keep watching this, I hope you're ready, for the steady flow because it's going to keep coming. And so if you decided this isn't for you, then it might be time to move on because it's not going to stop coming. So today, this video, I want to start with telling a story that happened really soon after I finished shooting volume 4. I put the phone down and I started to upload it, and because I was doing it on my phone, it was taking forever. And my buddy, let me hotspot off of his phone, and it was still taking a while. And it was saying like 5 hours, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait 5 hours. I need to tell everybody it's up. So we started thinking, wait, Whataburger has free Wi-Fi. So we went there, and he ordered some food, and turned out they don't have Wi-Fi. So then we walked to McDonald's, and McDonald's has Wi-Fi. And right when we walk in the door, we walk in, we go to the right, and there's like a little right side over here where you can sit in bathrooms, and then if you come straight in the door, there's the counter and some more tables. And I'm looking, and I walk in, and my buddy goes over to that side to sit down, and he sits at a table, couple tables down from these two young guys, maybe my age, maybe a few years older, maybe a few years younger, it doesn't matter. But right when we walk in, I'm setting my journal down and my cup of water, and I look over, and me and one of the guys make eye contact. And I used to brush eye contact off, but there's no coincidence about you and someone else's eyes locking at the exact same moment. That's a connection. So pay attention to eye contact. And then I went to the restroom, walked past him, and made eye contact again. I washed my hands, I came out. I could feel that he watched me as I walked out. I went and ordered my food, and right when I sat down, oh, sorry, let me go back. I got to tell you, on the way to McDonald's, I knew I was going there for a reason. That's important. I knew I was going for a reason. And so I ordered my food, and I sit down, and right as I start to eat, I got a hamburger, one of the new ones you can make your own order, and a side salad. And I put the dressing on the salad and then put the salad on the burger, and it's amazing. But I was eating, and I started eating, and right as I hear it, I look over and I hear him. He's talking about trying to find a job, and he says to his buddy, "Oh man, this one's paying $10 an hour. That would be great." And this is not meant to talk down upon or anything about this man because I did not feel superior or anything. But my first thought was, he must only think he's worth $9 an hour. Because if he's that excited about $10, then he thinks he's getting paid more than he's worth. And then my next immediate thought following that one was that I can help this guy. That I knew I was coming to McDonald's for a reason. There was a reason I came here at this moment. And then we had the eye contact. I felt a connection to him. He said that. I just started a YouTube channel about, taking control of your life, blah, blah, blah. All of this stuff, how positive thoughts can move you forward. And so I'm thinking, I could go tell this guy, he's looking for a job. And if I help him and he hears this and then goes and looks for a job, he's going to find a job. And one better than he imagined for himself, So I'm at that point, though. I just started eating, and I'm wrestling, I'm in the moment of decision, and I'm wrestling with the idea that either fear and self-doubt and outside opinion that's the feeling I'm feeling, and I can not act and then never have any joy, or I can recognize this feeling inside my chest that's telling me, whoa, like it's pulsing, I'm feeling, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can say that is the push to action. And so I actively chose, and some moments don't last as long as sitting down and eating your meal, so you only have a split second, so it's harder. But this one, at least I had like 10 minutes, So for 10 minutes in my own head, I'm looking over there, I'm thinking, man, for some reason I should go talk to him, This is an opportunity. While it was presented to me, like he will listen, I'm not just approaching a random person for nothing. There's something here. But, what if he just doesn't listen to you? What if he doesn't like it? Blah, 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 this, that. And then the right side won. I went, and so I walked over, and right as I got to him, he was looking at his phone. He looked up, and I shook his hand. And I told him my name. He told me his name, and there was a chair, but not right in front of him. And I grabbed the chair. I was like, "You mind if I sit down for a second?" And then I started telling him I didn't mean to be eavesdropping. You know, I wasn't planning to listen to your conversation, but I couldn't help what you said about looking for work. And I just started a YouTube channel about how to control your thoughts and get everything you ever wanted. And I just started sharing with him, you know, and I said something about the law of attraction, and he said he'd heard of it, you know, but never looked too deep. And then I told him how I had goosebumps at this point, and I told him how I knew I was coming to McDonald's for a reason, and this is all I think about. And he's looking for work, he's hungry for a better opportunity, and so I had a connection, and I needed to talk to him, and so I did, and I had joy, and he had joy. And now that I took that action, selfishly, I can think about it this way: now that I took that action, I forever have the joy of taking that action. And then selflessly, you think of he will forever have the joy of that action. And if he takes further action, it's the result of that action, and that joy will be multiplied. And so, as I was leaving him, I told him, you know, I gave him my full spill, and by this time I'm shaking. I'm feeling, it's just energy flowing through me. I'm vibrating. You know, my frequency is just, woo, I can't stop it. I'm shaking my hands like this as I'm putting my tray, throwing it away, you know, and I'm about to leave, and I can't leave yet. I walk back over and I say, look, guys, I got to leave you with one more thing, and I want to leave everyone here. It's not the last thing, but I want you to remember this when you leave. I have everything I need at this exact moment for everything I've ever wanted and everything I could ever desire. I have it right now. And when you believe and accept that fact, watch what comes into your life. Watch all the things you wanted and all the things you need come into your life. And so I'm walking out and I'm excited, and I told them this, and they're positive. I had them look up the YouTube videos, told them where to go, told them to share if they feel it, leave a comment, you know, as I encourage all of you. And I walk out the door, and I'm leaving with my buddy Taylor Skelton. You know, he's been a huge influence in me on this. And we're walking out, and I'm still shaking, and I'm telling him, man, that was amazing. Like, I'm riding this wave. I let out a few yells. I'm hopping. I'm feeling like dancing. I hear people go by in their car, and their music is playing, and I'm like, yeah, you know, feeling it. And then it dawns me, through this joy, more realization comes. You know, I just took my vision and my dream and this thing that I just decided I wanted to start doing and I needed to do yesterday. I took it from an online virtual reality into a physical reality. And I have now actually touched someone that I have spoke to, other than my family and my close friends. You know, as someone who knew me not, I approached them, I broached the subject, we made physical contact, there's a connection, we shook hands, we had certainty we were dealing with each other, and we had love, and we had significance, and we both shared in that. And when we think about that, we will always remember that. And that joy keeps me going forward. It pushes me. It makes me come home, and, you know, I went down to my parents and tried to ride their Wi-Fi so I can get my video up faster, but it wasn't going, and so I felt an urge that it was time to walk back home. And as soon as I got here, I knew what I was going to do, you know. I had to go to the restroom, so bodily urges, you know, follow your physical bodily urges like that. Well, you know, until you can control them yourself fully, which is possible. And I went to the restroom, I came in, and I just had to plug the laptop in. It was about to die. It's been in sleep mode for a day. Plugged it in real quick so I didn't have to worry about restarting, you know, and press record. I didn't even take my shoes off. I'm sitting uncomfortably on the bed because my legs are hanging off the side, and the laptop's bouncing because it's sitting on a pillow, because I just didn't bother to move it. Because does the angle of the video really matter that much? Does the quality of how you see my face really matter? The bouncing of the camera will not change the words that I'm saying. The message will come across, and the reason I keep doing this is because it just keeps coming to me, and I want to talk about it. And I feel like all the people in my life, I'm overwhelming them with it because I can't get my mind on anything else. So when I'm with people, I have to excuse myself because I can feel that they like what I'm saying. They understand. They're starting to feel it inside, but it's just hard because they have a wall up that tells them they're not where I'm at yet. And that's the only thing that keeps them from where I'm at. This has happened in a week and a day, and if you believe that you already tell yourself these things and you start practicing this, it can happen for you as quick as you think it can happen for you. There is no need to wait. And I was talking to my sister, and she gave me a great service, you know, the service of opposition. She told me the same thing. When I'm talking to her, she likes what I'm saying. She's so proud of me. She gets joy from my joy, which is what I want. which brings me back joy. You see how it works. It's a circle. But that she just doesn't think she's there yet. You know, I've been doing it longer, this or that. And I'm smiling the whole time she's talking. And then after she's done, I'm like, Brennan, I'm glad you spoke, because this is the most you've talked to me about it since I've started talking to you about it. And even if you're saying that it's hard for you, just you saying it gives me the chance to let you know that the only reason that you think it's hard for you is because you think it's hard for you. Do you understand? Can you follow that concept that if you think something is difficult, then it will forever be difficult? Think something has already happened for you and watch it happen. There's no ifs, there's no ands, there's no buts, there's no loops or roundabouts. You just believe. And I've come so far, and I live, I was talking to my dad while I was out at my house, and every time, every 5 seconds I got a new set of goosebumps. And I live every day in utter joy, and it's not because people are always nice to me, or people are always giving me things, or everybody reacts the way I want them to. It's because I react the way I want me to. How I choose to be is what I am. And so you're bulletproof. I've said it before. It doesn't matter about anything else. The only matter is you and what you think. And this is not a selfish idea. You can bring people with you through me thinking this way. I want to bring everyone with me. And it's made my relationship with my girlfriend better. It's made my relationship with my family better, her family better. Everyone wants to have a good relationship with their in-laws, right? Or if you're worried about not having a good relationship with them, I bet your relationship's not that good. So this has made everything better in my life, and it's not because everybody else just decided to be happy too. They didn't have a choice. When I receive everything that they put out with positivity, and all I send back is positivity, their thoughts are brought to positivity, even if it doesn't originate in their mind. My thoughts were so positive that I kept pounding them with them and pounding them with them, and they just couldn't keep them out, And the people that have a strong enough hold on the frequency they're holding, if it's different from mine, then they're pushed away from me. They're my lost followers. They're my unfriended. They're my didn't see them for the next 5 years. They're this, they're that. And what you have to realize is you cannot be attached to what you were. Only be attached, and strongly attached, to what you will be and what you are, what you see yourself as. And you let people come and you let people go. And when people come and you feel a strong attraction to them, you feel a need to be around that person, follow it wherever it takes you. Let the action happen, and the action will show you why it happened. A lot of times, well, think about it this way: when you go and you take a test in school, yeah, you write your answers down, but you don't receive the answers back until after you finish the whole test. So believe that you made 100, and when you get the answers back, you made 100. It's deeper than that. Taking a test, you have to, while you're studying, believe you know the material, and believe you have all the ability and all the time to prepare for your test, and believe that your brain can hold every bit of information, and you were the smartest one in that class, and you've made the best grade in that class in the history of that class. And you hold all these beliefs in your head the whole time you're going through the class, and watch your performance. And whether it's mystical and it just materializes for you, or just from telling yourself those thoughts, you study a little harder, you find a little more time for school, and you do the things that make you the best in history. Because, again, the how is not important. It's only important of the what. And the when is not important, The best idea of what you want and what you could, anything that comes in your head of what you could want or what you could think, the best idea to tell yourself is that you have it now. That thing, oh, it's mine. That kayak I want, Dick's Sporting Goods is holding it for me until I take it out the first time, but it's mine. That new house that you want to move in, yeah, those people living there right now, they're just keeping it warm until I move in. I wanted it to be lived in, and stay warm. So they're living in it, they're holding it for me, but when I am ready and I believe I will have it, then I'll have it. And Jim Carrey said it, when he talked about, he used to visualize in Hollywood, and see directors talking to him and people being interested, congratulating him on his work. He talked about it, he said, everything that I want and everything that I see myself having is already out there, and it's already mine. I just haven't got a hold on it yet. And as soon as you can wrap your mind around the fact that everything you want and everything you need is already yours, you just haven't got your hands on it yet, then you start telling yourself, I'll have my hands on it soon. I'll have my hands on it tomorrow. I have my hands on it now. I have my hands on it now. And allow yourself to get excited. And, while you're going through this reprogramming, the emotions that you feel associated with these positive thoughts, you may see them as negative due to habit. But when you let that habit change, and you, through action and following your emotions and treating them as positive, when you follow them and keep following them, and you let those actions change your habits, and then your habits become the habit of action, then you don't have to listen to my videos anymore. I mean, I hope you do. I see you still coming back, because I haven't stopped learning since I started learning, since I woke up. But you keep telling yourself this, and eventually you could do this, You wake up to where I'm at, and you start realizing your power, and you could have a YouTube channel with any amount of videos you want, any amount of views you want, any amount of people shouting you out, any of this, any of that. And you could set it up any way you want. If you wanted to do it special and get in a suit every time you did it, if you wanted to reach out to somebody and have a green screen and be where you say you are, and if you wanted to have videos play in your background and have your face in the corner small, and then or if you wanted steam coming out of your ears when something gets you going and it's important, or you wanted a little fire on your head so I can be like, woo, remember this, you can do it any way you want, and there's no wrong way to do it. And what holds people back is it's not a finished product yet. Every product that you produce is a finished product. It may, you may make another product that's very similar and has a few improvements, but that's a new product. The one that you've already made is finished. I do these videos in one take, and I'm not bragging to you about that. It's not a skill that I'm boasting about. This is just, it comes out and I put it out. I watch them myself, but I don't even watch them again back before I send them. The moment I'm done recording, the upload process starts. You see it when I see it for the second time, I've only said it, I haven't watched it, and some people may watch it before I watch it for the first time watching it. And I know that was a bit of a tongue twister, but I just get excited, and that's why I do this, and that's why I've been telling people thank you for things they didn't even know they needed to be thankful for all day, or that they deserve thanks for all day. Reaching out to people from my past, because people have reached out to me from this, and so I'm inspired to reach out to more people. And the more I reach out, the more I get reached out back to, and the more I help, the more I get helped, and the more I share, the more I get shared with. And when I know I've said it before, and when I say it to you, it's intoxicating. This is a high that you can ride forever. And what's amazing is, the limit is the limit that you set. So imagine yourself getting so good at controlling your thoughts that you can move things around you. Now, will any of us ever actually realize that power? Not if we don't truly believe. Now, what I believe, and you can turn this part off or not listen or whatever if you don't want to believe this. What I believe is that we have complete control of everything with our mind. What we think really does happen. And it's on our subconscious level. So what the thoughts that your brain is giving you is what's really going to happen. So I believe that if at your core level you could forget everything you'd ever learned and believe with every part of your being, and maybe it would require meditation and hours of deep thinking and chanting and whatever, that you could create matter or move matter with your mind just by seeing and believing so strongly that you did it. Now, is that something that is ever going to come about? Maybe, maybe not. But would it have ever come about if I had said I couldn't? It wouldn't. It would not have happened. So, will it ever happen? But you know what it does do, and you know what important role it plays for me, is it gives me something to always be striving for. No matter how much success, how well I do, I can always improve. There's always a next step. If I can do this today, what can I do tomorrow? And that mindset, it's as important as some of the other things I said. Everything I've said is important, But that mindset that you can do it better always is what will lead to your continued growth and it being better for you. Just believing that you can do better will bring you better. So as I finish this video off, I want to leave everybody with the thought that thoughts become things, control your mind, and rewrite history the way you want it. Alright, believe in your own power. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for everything. It's keeping coming. This is not the end. I correct myself. This is only the beginning. Day 2, my friends.